It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. Now over 1,000 receiving yards on the season. It's the Saints and the Jags. Coming up next.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Love. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw now, here's Love. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On 1st down, it's Corral. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Hill going to keep it running left. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. Sliding out of the pocket, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Love now. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, again, man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Love. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Corral on 2nd down. Olave over the middle. First target, first catch at a 1st down. The Saints at 11-1 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, Corral. He completes it to Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Corral. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
field goal. Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. First down, Love to pass. Caught by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the 31, Love. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 54 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying the left side with Kamara. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
To throw again on second down. Love. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Love. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Corral sets up play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. Olave holds it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Carolina. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Michael Thomas, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Joe Mixon has a run for a touchdown. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Out comes the Saints offensive unit. See playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
23 yards the pickup there. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off play action. Here's Corral. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Here's Corral on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good-looking run there as he'll take them down to the 18-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 9, Love finds his tight end Ingram. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Love. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yellow, check pink, check white.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Love. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than 1 point ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Corral. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Love now. Flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. This pass complete to Higgins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2. Love with it. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing. Love. Slant complete to Etienne. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From the 13 now they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Love back to it here after the pick six. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Ready.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Love. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. To pass, here's Jordan Love. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, 29 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They passed.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter. I'll let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 57 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Corral, the pass caught by Olave. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave from 3 yards out. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw now, here's Love. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They run. It's Kamara. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A victory here for New Orleans. If you step back and look at this team, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Saints, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.